Hello, just to say to you all, you probably all know me. I know people from Dublin says no. I know people from the Socialist Workers' Party. I know people from People Before Profit. I protest with people out in Dundalk on a regular basis. The first man that speaks knows me out there. I was out protesting there. As you know, out with your people in Dundalk. With independent protesters, I was out protesting with people in Drogheda. I know people from Drogheda. And I'm a trade unionist as well. And what we need to do instead of slag each other, I could go slagging people here today, and I don't want to do that. What I want to do is I'm delighted and thrilled that you're all here. This microphone gives us all a chance to be heard by everybody, and that's great. And one of you from the floor can come up and speak after me. Anyone you choose to speak can speak after me. The only thing, just hold on a second. The only thing I say to you is, let's identify who the true enemy is. The true enemy is austerity to us all. Austerity is all of our enemy. Now, just to get back to what I wanted to say here today is, we've seen Tony Rochford there in the last few weeks, and Tony did a great job. And Tony drew attention to something that a lot of people have been ignoring. Trade unions have been ignoring it. Political parties have been ignoring it. And it was the plight of the ex-self-employed people. We've all given out, and rightly so, about social welfare cuts, child benefit cuts, and all them other cuts. I mean, rightfully give out about them. But sometimes we forget, and what Tony helped us remember was that self-employed people have no, former self-employed people I should say, have no safety net. There was no social welfare for them. And that's what Tony did. Tony drew attention to that with his tax clearance certificate and not being able to work if he took a political stand. And I want you all to remember, and I'd like a lot of former self-employed people who now are struggling. I met one of these people out in Dundalk. He was 55 years of age, and he was marching with us against the property tax in Dundalk. And what he said to me was, again, he had no safety net, and that man at 55 years of age had to take up a minimum wage job in order to get himself back into the system. So them people need not to be forgotten. They're not even made up when the government tell you there's 14% people unemployed. Again, the former self-employed are not even in that statistic. It's like they don't exist. Tony Rochford as such, when he wasn't working, didn't exist. He wasn't able to claim any social welfare like the rest of us. So spare the thought for them people. But what's happening this week again, we see what this government is great at doing. They're great at protecting the elite. There's loads of different elites in this society. We've seen it with the Magdalene Laundry women. I come from Lourdes Flats, and in Lourdes Flats where I lived, I looked across until the Gloucester Laundry. I never actually knew what it was at the time, and I seen it because the blinds were always drawn over there. Them Magdalene women didn't get the proper compensation that they should get. And now we have again another form of elite, the Sisters of Charity, Sisters of Mercy, and the Sisters of, I can't remember the others. But they're refusing to pay them people what they rightly deserve. The guilty are refusing to pay the innocent of what they rightly deserve. And this government have said they'll do nothing about it. We know when it came to property tax to all of us here, they were able to draw up emergency legislation. They were able to make sure they're able to put their hands in your pockets and take your money over. But when it comes to elites, like the Sisters of Charity and the religious, they won't touch them. And I just want to say another word is, one of the people here earlier, I think it was the chap with the microphone, mentioned suicides. Suicides in Ireland in the last few years had rocketed. We see all the money they spent on the road safety campaign. We have a person every day, more than a person every day, dying of suicide. The problem and the reason for that, when we come back to bankers, the bankers are they started the whole ball rolling. People that are suffering economic woes at the moment, some of them unfortunately have turned to suicide. I don't want to mention Priority Hall. There's people there that we need to get behind when the time is right, then people will ask for their help. Just to say other things to you, I am a trade unionist. Now, I'm organising a march on the 27th of July on the ICTU. The reason I'm organising that march is that organisation should be there to protect working class people. What that organisation has done on the Labour Party's behalf is protect the Labour Party and throw us to the wolves. I'm forming a march, and I want you, if you believe in trade unions, I believe in trade unions, I don't believe in the leadership.
So I'm marching on SIPTU, and we're trying to bring the trade union movement back into the hands of its own members and out of the pockets of the Labour Party. That's what we're trying to do. That march is on the 27th of July at 2 o'clock, gathered at the Garden of Remembrance. And just one last thing. We used to see bankers in here, coming in here in their Louis Copeland suits and dressed in their mohair suits. I tell you what I want to see them in. And this is what a lot of the Socialist Party do, the people before profit do, and a lot of you people here. This is what I want to see them in. The next time we see them, we want to see them in that. That's what we want to see them dressed in the next time we see them. And just on a lighter note, I'll just give these back to Barbara Murray. She just lent them to me. She's a rep for what you call that shop down on O'Connell Street anyway. If anyone's looking for the summer edition, she has them there. Thank you very much. If one of your group want to get up and speak, come up, you're more than welcome. What's your name?